Let's spin the bottle.
Yep.
Tater, go try that.
I'll try that.
Try them before, you'll be happier.
Yeah.
They're running behind, and I'm not with them anymore.
Oh, flying monkey. Big one.
I reserved
Bunny.
it to smell it.
What's a flying monkey?
Oh, it's
Ball.
not going to smell that great.
Bunny's got today's ball.
Coming this way.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
It's like real close.
There's a bunny.
Look how close it gets there.
There's a bunny. That bunny got a lot
Everybody!
Look at the bunny!
Shut up!
Sorry.
Alright. I'm going to start out with awards. A lot of these were given at Ragnarok. Order of the Monkey went to Kazriel, Vizardrix, Dagon, and Silas. Only one of those people are here.
If I may interrupt real quick, are we doing the normal drinking game?
I'd rather not.
Okay. Just saying.
We've learned from recent years.
Because that was one.
Order of the Explorer went to Panda. Order of the Explorer was given to Panda because we were going to have a not very good site, and they had not opened up the other side of the road to camping. And Panda went and talked to the right people and got us a really, really cherry spot in the trees that has room for us to expand. So next year, the year after, we had, how many people we have at RAG this year? 32, I think. 32. I think without really even putting forth a whole lot of effort, we could probably have close to 50 people at RAG this year.
Woo!
Wow. That's not necessarily my goal, but I want to have a place that's big enough for us to expand into.
That's your goal, don't lie.
No, my goal is much higher than that.
Yeah, that's true. Current Horde recruiting cap is 3,000.
Yeah.
Just wanting to remind
Well,
people.
I'm not looking to really recruit 3,000 people.
Bullshit.
But I would like I wouldn't mind seeing 10% of that number.
Let me tell you about all the fun people happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this past like month and a half.
Thanks for that, by the way. Just saying.
I do what I can.
Hey.
Willpower.
I see what you did there.
I hate you.
Okay, order of the Atlas. Panda, Silas, Wojtek, Dagon, and Tater.
Woo!
Ragnarok is kind of like a world in and of itself. It's like the land of Ragnarok. And that world, that land, would not function without people that volunteered. And I remember what was the percentage of board volunteers for security? Do you remember that?
Oh, I do not remember.
It was of the people who volunteered for security and troll for the whole week. Horde was well over 50% of that. That's amazing, and I don't know if that's a trend that we want to set or not. It just depends on how big we grow into. Order of the Gatekeeper goes to Odie and Nottigan. That's for making the gates and the walls. We are currently taking donations, whatever, having stuff where you buy things, and keeping the camp fees for RAG so that we can make our gates bigger and better. Our ideas for over the next couple of years include getting canvas for the walls, like regular light brown canvas, and actually painting bardos on the canvas, just like it was a caravan encircling a camp. We may try to do some of that this year, or next year, maybe not. Next year, we're planning on buying a water filtration system, and we are planning on having hot showers and a shower tent down there. And I believe you're going to get the shower system and generator. Water system and the generator. So we're going to have a slop sink. We're going to have hot showers on right at our campsite.
What is this camping you speak of then?
You weren't there.
If we are cursed to never make our own home, you better believe whatever piece of land we pull up on, we'll make that shit our own.
And out.
And by the way, not only did we outstay every fucking body in lower this year, They didn't even allow Penzic to camp in our site this year. That's how badass we are.
You know, that entire area is drained backwards. The way the water wants to go out of that campsite is not the way they have ditched to go out of the campsite.
We're the island of Agarhoth.
Yep. Yeah. We were the Isle of Agarhoth there for about 3 hours.
Coming back next year.
Yes! Alright, Order of the Iron Maiden, this is a new one. That one goes to Kiana. If any of you have ever heard of Margaret Thatcher, and how steadfast she was, and was really like an unmovable wall, that's what Kiana is. And that is mainly for how badass she is at running camp and keeping shit together so that I can have a good time and everybody else can have a good time. Then Order of the Fire Goblin went to Lothar and Bane. That's for their fire making skills. And again, me not having to fuck with it. Order of the Kraken.
Oh God.
This is one that was given by the Queen. That one went to Vera, Lothar, Tater, and Kiana. Those were the people that jumped into the creek and in the ditch.
Waist high, pulling out trees, little Miss Vera. Pulling out trees in her underwear.
Pulling out trees and leaves and all kinds of stuff so that we could get that thing to drain, so that we could stay there. In the middle of a storm.
Trenches.
Yelling at Tater. We have it on
There it
video. God damn it, Tater.
Saw that on video.
I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, yelling at Cullen?
I'm gonna punch you in the head.
That's fine, Cullen.
Order of the Mighty Log.
Oh my God! Really?
Wait, order the what?
That was the thing.
Sorry, Tater.
Order of the what? Another one given out by the
Order
Queen.
of the Mighty
That
Log.
was went to Lothar and Miok. That's for escorting me to the bathroom when I was too fucking drunk to get there.
It happened.
It was
funny.
wild.
You were drunk.
Yes, we get in the tent and he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, let me get some help. No, I want you to take me. And I'm like, I can't drag you to the bathroom. And you still come up and they got him there. And
Yes,
and then
I
you throw him
did.
in the tent.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
Yes, you
Oh, so like Kaylin and Parker for me?
We pretty much locked him in the porta potty until he was done.
All
And then
right.
came back in and was like, the con has shot.
The Khan's Distinguished Service Award that went to Kiana this year for a whole bunch of shit. For being badass as a camp mistress.
Carnival.
For Blood Carnival, which was an amazing success.
Yes, it was.
We had nothing but praise over the Blood Carnival, and we also expect that to be 5 times what it was next year.
It's gonna explode.
And it's going to
Oh, it's gonna be
explode
amazing.
because there are so few, if any, kid-friendly events that would be enticing for adults to go to also. This really is an everybody event. And it's also, it also makes money for charity. So it's a good thing. And then the Endervilt Award for Distinguished Service, which really is the important one because that's the one that the members vote on. That one, I've changed the handbook to make it where 2 people can get that one. That went to Dagon and Kazriel.
Oh, what didn't?
What didn't you do?
That's probably the best answer ever.
Get to move. All I can get is your butt.
They said you get the award.
What butt? That man has.
I know, but he keeps standing in the way. I can't get him. There he is. Right. Nope.
People
There's
have
Ginsu's butt
spoken,
again.
Except it was grace.
And I really
butt.
just play it being the boss, but I'm not. There you go. I'm only the boss because they're telling me.
You're only the boss because you tried to leave and we said, no, that ain't happening.
Yeah, Water under the bridge. All right.
Under the bridge.
Oh my god, dude. The bottom of this motherfucker,
Yeah.
it just called me a dirty name.
That's wasted. There we go.
Here, chase into some of this.
You shut the fuck up.
Drink that
Can't
cup
be
over
that
there.
bad.
I'm gonna have to put something else in the handbook because this motherfucker cannot be behind me during speaking.
You need to look around more.
My hell.
All right. I
Shatterhead,
want to
did
speak
you
on
see the
something
video?
that some people have been concerned with, and it is also something that I have had to fight the whole time Blood Horde has been a thing, and that's 8 years now.
Whoop, whoop.
And that is quality over quantity. And the first thing that I want to do is ask you to ask yourself, who the fuck am I to judge quality over quantity? Who am I to say that just because 3 people join at the same time because they're all buddies, that they're not quality people? That is not how we started. That is nowhere even close to how we started. We started by being inclusive and giving people a chance and trying to ignore whatever bullshit that other people had to say about them. And if they don't work out, then we kick them out. It's as simple as that. But we give people a chance. So the next time one of your fellow Hordes says, so the next time one of your fellow Hordes says, well, what about quality over quantity? Ask them, who the fuck are you to judge whether or not this person is a quality person without even knowing them?
Here, here.
That's not where we started. That is not where we started. Because I can't catch a break. Because I'll tell you, the Inter-Built Award for Distinguished Service, if I had went with quality over quantity and what a lot of people's opinions might have been, especially people outside of Horde, we should never give 2 fucks about what somebody outside of Horde gives a shit about. But we never would have had input.
If I may, corollary. Because he had Ender, 5 or 6 of the people who have been in the longest are here as well. Just saying. Because he was direct in them getting in.
And another thing that I've been hearing recently, inside and outside of Horde, is that, oh, Blood Horde is becoming the new Mirkwood. First of all, this organization and that organization are run nothing alike. No disrespect to that organization whatsoever. They do their thing, we do our thing. But we're run nothing alike. We're 8 years in and we have 85 people. 8 years in, they had 300-400 people. Not the fucking same at all. Not even in the same state. It's not the same. So the next time you hear somebody say that, and I guarantee you, you are going to hear somebody say that shit. Ask them. 8 years in, how many people did Mirkwood have? Well, I just got it from the horse's mouth. It was 300 to 400. and that is not fucking 85. It's not even close. So no, we are not becoming the next Mirkwood. Also, we have a voting process and a probationary process and all that shit. Nothing alike. Not even in the same state.
Hold on. Here, hold my drink.
It's gonna be half an hour.
I need a beer.
Shatterhays. Speak to us. Shatterhays has a speech impediment. If his hands cannot move, he cannot talk. We have tested this.
Team spot martini.
Anyway, what you guys have that I didn't is
Smaller
8
noses.
years in. Ignore him.
What did he say?
Smaller noses.
Special help.
So, 8 years in, 8 years in, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was still making that shit up as I fucking went along. I started Mirkwood when I was 17 fucking years old. 17. I had no fucking idea what I was doing. And there are a lot of things that in retrospect and in hindsight would have been nice to put in place before I started that process. That now, 18 years later, I can look back at and go, okay, well, I should have done this, and this different. You guys are benefiting from my trial and error. And the trial and error of everybody else that's come before you. You got, like, you know,
Hey, Becky.
I got it. Gibson set this up because he had the experience that I didn't going into this.
Twice as old as you whenever I started looking.
Exactly. And you had been around for a minute.
Yeah.
In Daggerhair, in Daggerhair on the whole in a national scope, where I had. So you guys have a little bit more of an advantage there. So while, yes, on the surface it does look similar, it's not.
It's just not the same.
True. Really not.
It's a Maverick and a Midball.
Willpower.
Ah!
Wow, he's actually done talking. It's not 30 minutes. Holy shit.
I know.
Hey, check it out. Wait, you don't have to say anything anymore. Shut the fuck up, Ogre.
Oh!
I'm having a Lion King hyena moment. Say it again.
Shut the fuck up, Ogre.
I'm catching all this. I'm about out of
Sir
time.
Shatterhays, my night.
I'm gonna try. Somebody. Okay.
Hopefully most of you have already read the handbook. The changes are not that drastic. A lot of the changes have to do with kind of cutting the fat out and a little bit more accountability. I think that we've been around long enough to where we should be able to hold people to a higher standard than what we held people in year one.
We have comments from the peanut gallery.
Oh no.
Run away. I've read the handbook.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Anyone from Blood Horde has not read the handbook.
Then you fucking failed because you just got out blood hoarded by a Clan Omega.
I'm just gonna sit over here and pout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a target for our score.
I'm not sponsoring anybody. I'm not worried about it.
Those
Doesn't
changes,
matter. Read it.
those changes are there
I have a little bit on
to
my
make
plate
you
right now.
better and make Horde better. And if you're not interested in being better, if you're not interested in making Horde better, Carbondale's that way.
No, in all fairness, my voting's about to go.
Oh.
They don't even have people for their elections.
I'm aware.
The thing, the number one thing that makes us great is not how great we are on the field. It's not just because we're such a tight-knit family. The thing that makes us great is because we evolve. Most groups that are out there, they stay the same. They never
Next year we need
evolve.
to.
You have to evolve.
Sure, why not?
And you have to change with the time. you will go to Rag and you will see old guys like Chatterhays and myself, but who haven't evolved.
I will pass
They
it
are
if you need
using
me to.
old technology for their weapons. They're using old technology for their spears. They're using an old thought process for fighting, and they cannot figure out why they get wrecked on the field. Because they cannot evolve. They cannot adapt to change. Change is the bellwether.
I have water.
You have to expect more of yourselves and of each other. You have to expect more out of your leadership, out of your Magi's and warlords. You have to expect your brothers and sisters to be trying to make better garb than you. You should expect that. And they should expect that out of you. You should expect them to be trying to trick out their persona. Because in the end, it's another thing with other units. You got a girl in a chemise and whatever that beachwalk is I put around. And you have a guy in a tunic and rat pants and a belt. And that's it. That's the whole unit. That's what they look like if they're lucky. If they're lucky. And that attire says nothing about them. It says nothing about their unit or where they're from or who they stand for. JAG is evolving in two directions. It is evolving as more of a sport where people are, where the athleticism is going a lot higher like it is in Bell. But JAG is also evolving in persona. Get more out of your hobby. Fix your persona. It does not cost that much. Latex ears cost $10.
$13.
$13.
It takes 2 seconds to put on. Spear gun.
Frost, how much does it cost to make a squirt bottle of your dye?
To last you about 3 months of events and, greening every other weekend, about $8.
We can
$8.
cheapen that.
If you cannot spare $8, you probably don't need to be doing this. You probably need to reevaluate your financial situation. Drop back and punch. More effort. And the last thing. What was it, 4 years ago? 5 years ago? I kind of faded away. And usually in the winter time, I fade away. But I don't know if anybody noticed, but this last winter, I never went into hibernation. Most people didn't notice that. I never went into hibernation. My winters of going into hibernation are over. I am all in. And I need you to be all in also. One!
Horde!
All equal!
Now let's get wasted!
Hold on.
Before everybody gets too wasted.
No, that's wasted, not wasted.
What I say. I never remember what you say anyway. I am Kasai. I'm a dwarf. That is Nathari.
Oh God. Don't do something
Most
stupid.
of you I have known before. Most of you I haven't.
Stop.
But I want to do something in front of all my family.
Oh, don't do this.
Family.
Don't do this. Don't do this. I swear to God, no. No.
You don't have a
Get up there.
Come on.
For the ones that don't know, she is pregnant with my child.
I'm gonna lick that baby.
The dwell.
The dwell. Okay.
Fuck yeah! Gucci, I love you. Let's get wasted! Not her. Well, everyone but her.
Everyone glass of wine.
There you go. Thanks.
It can hold its